As far as character sheets, I think everyone's good to go, last I saw.
Nice. Alrighty. One last question.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Am I allowed to go AFK at times? Sometimes I need to do a few quick things.
Try to minimize it, but yes, if you need to at any point, just type into the TeamSpeak BRB, and then when you come back, just type in back. Just don't say it into the thing, because usually we're doing stuff.
Yeah.
That's just a quick etiquette rule. Whenever you're doing anything out of character, usually, sometimes we don't always follow this rule with quick jokes and stuff, but usually what we try and do is anything in character or pertinent to the game is done through the voice. Anything else is done through the TeamSpeak chat log. And then if there's an additional roleplay thing we need to do, but someone's using the voice dialogue, go ahead and use the Roll20 chat log.
Awesome.
All right. With that, I think we're going to get started.
How do I move my character?
We'll get to that, don't worry.
Alrighty.
Barry's recording set?
Yep, we're good to go.
Star Wars Legends of the Rim, Episode 1, Chapter 1, The Heist. The year is 3996 BBY, and the Rim is in chaos. Recently, the once Jedi Exar Kun and Ulat Qel-Droma are waging a war against the Republic and her allies. It has been a long time since the Republic has had a threat this deadly, and many people are facing uncertain times. To combat such opposition, the Republic is looking into the strange and impossible, such as the planet Azmeru, a force nexus unlike any the Jedi have seen in a great while. It is also the planet our heroes find themselves. Will they succumb to the terrible fate that war brings? Will they become lost in the mysterious ways of the planet Azmeru, or will they become legends of the Force? Alright, as I said, adventure today starts on the planet Azmeru, which, let me take you back to the galactic map just for a second. If you look at where I have pinged, there's a tiny pink dot and you can zoom in on there. That is the sector of the galaxy you are in currently. It's a tiny speck of a planet. Not very many people have heard of it. And it doesn't seem to be of terrible interest to someone to the likes of you. However, recently a string of events have caused the four of you to find yourself on this planet. In particular, these events surround how you all met each other. A while back, Walt Convo was doing his normal adventuring. He's been wandering about the galaxy here and there, kind of aimlessly. He found himself at a Pazak table with a young Twi'lek girl named Koya Ona. She was clearly clueless as to how the game was playing, and Walt could see this fairly early on. Instead of just demolishing her and taking all of her credits, Walt took an interest in her and taught her how to play the game. And in fact, she ended up winning it. After the game was over, the Twi'lek bought him a dinner, and the two chatted for a while and realized they both had a wanderlust for the galaxy and for exploring in it. For the next 3 months, they traveled from planet to planet, seeing what they could, and generally not getting into too much trouble. That is until they met Dark Silva. The two were on Nar Shaddaa, and they saw the Bothan run into them, being chased down by a group of gang members. Unfortunately for these two, the gang was not discriminate in who they decided to shoot at, and so all three became embroiled in this fight. When it was over, the Bothan explained that he had stolen some credits from a local Hutt who was shaking down the poor refugees from the war. Normally he could get away with it, but this time he messed up and now they were after him. Walt was ready to just pay the guy's tab and be off. No more, not wanting to deal with Hutt gangs in Nar Shaddaa especially. But Koya insisted that the two help him get off world as he was doing a good deed. And before you knew it, the three of you had booked a flight to Telos. This on the other side of the galaxy. But this is where you met your fourth and final companion, Garak-Korash.
Korash.
Three of you were in the lower city of Telos, as you had heard that there was some good gambling to be done. And the other two really just kind of tag along because Walt has money. However, Walt, while you were in a particularly lucrative Pazaak game, Koyo and Dark pulled you away from it to watch a local, kind of illegal street fight. You watched a big blue man take out a pack of Kathhounds single-handedly. But after the match was over, you noticed that the guards took him into a cage, some sort of cage, and he was not free. This struck a chord in Koya, and she insisted that the three of you break out this hulking warrior from his cage. Again, Walt, you weren't as keen on this. It seemed like a lot more trouble than it was worth, but you liked Koyo, and you figured if you didn't help her, she'd probably do it on her own anyway and get into trouble. So the three of you planned a heist, and it actually worked, to a degree. Right at the end, you got caught, and your faces were soon plastered among many of the gangs who sponsor the fights and were not happy that you were taking their prize fighter. Once again, all of you had to leave the planet, but not before this large blue individual pledged himself to aiding the three of you as you had freed him from a life of slavery. And this is how you find yourself on Azmeru. You are following a tip from one of your contacts who told you that there's some work available and that this is a kind of out-of-the-way planet that you could lay low from these gangs who probably have a little bit of a reach beyond Nar Shaddaa and Telos. You know your contact's name is Everin Corso. He is the owner of the local cantina on this planet called the Twice-Born Star, and that is where you are set to meet him. The Twice-Born Star is a large pyramid-like building, much larger than any casino or cantina you've ever seen. It is a local favorite and also the source of what seems to be some shady dealings. While you kind of like this area. It's familiar to you. Not as bad as you thought this planet would be. For the rest of you, it's amazing. The streets are beautiful, well kept, and there's a hustle and bustle about the place that is just energizing. But unfortunately, it hasn't been a very long trip of admiration. As you approach the cantina, a group of spacers, drunk spacers, but still surprisingly deadly ones, started to pick a fight with Gorak. And you were kind of in the back, and so before you could stop it from bringing to blows, you quickly found yourself embroiled in a fight. And that is where we are going to start today. So let me just set this up real quick. All right. Do you all see your tokens?
Yes.
Yep. Yeah.
Okay, good. Barry, I leave this to you.
All right. One of the drunks looks over at y'all and just says something very slurry. You don't even think he's coherent in half of what he's talking about. But he's still wielding a blaster. This is my... And he pulls out his blaster. Y'all need to roll for initiative. Select your token. And on your character sheet. Yeah, once I find the stupid button for it.
Gamer, click the button at the top of your character sheet underneath perception.
All right.
There's two initiative buttons.
Alrighty.
The other one is for skill checks. This one is for turn. The one at the top is for turn order in a combat encounter.
Alrighty.
See how it applies your dexterity score as a decimal. That way, if there's a tie, for instance, if you had rolled an 8 and I rolled an 8, you would win the tie because of your modifier. Blapian statistic, can you guys find that button?
It should be up in the little bar up in the right upper left hand corner. One of those. I can't actually see it because I'm not a GM.
Hold on, I'm looking now.
But you have to be a GM to see the initiative.
Okay, you see where the
thing.
force points are?
Yeah.
It's like under that. It should be. There's.
Oh, yeah, I
buttons.
see it.
Yeah, there we go.
I don't know if I see it or not.
Okay, your character sheet, where you create the character and stuff and put in all the stats.
Right.
That one?
You're still
yeah.
clicking the perception button. You're supposed to click the initiative button.
Oh, my
Yeah,
bad.
the one
Sorry.
underneath it. The one right underneath it.
Right underneath what? Force points?
Okay, hang on a second. Go to your character sheet and look at the very top on the right-hand side where it says force points, and then look down just a little bit under that. There's one button that says perception, and then another one that says initiative. Click the initiative button. And make sure before you do that, make sure you've clicked your token on the game board screen.
Okay. Alright, so I clicked it, and now what?
I don't think you did click it because it didn't show up on Roll20.
It popped up, it said input value, it said other
Oh,
modifiers.
yeah. Just hit OK.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's just for if you
Or
have
submit.
if you have extra bonuses or extra minuses, then you can add those in there. But they're usually not necessary.
Alright, thanks.
Okay, and gamer, you need to do it again. So click. Well, should we just let Zeri fix that, or Barry? Are you going to do it, or should he just
Yeah,
roll
I
again?
can fix it.
Okay. Remember, when you roll for initiative for turn order in an encounter, you always have to click your token on the map and select it, and then open your character sheet and click that initiative button.
Alrighty. Sorry about that.
Because if you do it like you guys can see how Gamer did, first he clicked the initiative button in the skill checks section. That doesn't roll for turn order. It's a check for I don't know. What's an example where you use an initiative skill check, Barry?
For initiative skill check, starting of the turn order. Also, if you are trying to race somebody to do something.
Oh yeah, okay, that's a good point. No, I was talking about in the list below where it doesn't roll for turn order. I meant other than turn order.
I don't think we've ever actually used that.
I think we've used it once or twice. I think, yeah. In fact, now that Barry mentions that, I think that there were a couple times where Pakaz and Lexa were racing for something to get there first, like the controls of a ship or something.
That's a skill, and if you train it, you can get bonuses. But I think the upper button that will put it into the turn order probably draws from the same formula, so it'll probably register if you're trained in it. Meaning that button is pretty much useless, but it's there because you never know when you might need, when someone who's doing technical stuff might need it. So.
So anyway, whenever we get into a combat or some kind of encounter where we're taking turns, then that's how that works. You click on your guy on the screen, then you open your character sheet and you click roll. You click the initiative button at the top to roll for turn order.
Okay. Sorry about that, guys.
And you always make sure the little box is checked so that it applies your dexterity scores as a decimal for breaking ties.
Yeah.
Unless you roll the exact same roll with the exact same character with the exact same dexterity.
Yeah, sorry, I'm literally starting this. My bad,
Alright.
guys.
That's okay. That's okay. It's alright. It's
That-
alright.
That's fine. It's your first time. That's why we're telling you.
Alright.
Alright. So, let's see here. The first one is going to be Derek. So, what do you wish to do? These guys are aggressive. They've got their blasters pulled out and pointed at you.
I will aim for the nearest one and shoot.
Alright. That would be this one. Okay. Go ahead and make an attack roll on your character sheet. Where you just put in the weapon, the blaster carbine. There's a little dice, a little die right next to it. If you click that button, it'll just do all the math for you. There we
Like
go.
that?
Yes, just like that. Alright, and with that, that particular gentleman falls over, lays waste, his bottle goes flying off into the air. You hit him in the shoulder, he just kind of took a really good shot on the left side of his shoulder. He is down. Alright, and then next one up, Koya, go ahead. What are you gonna do?
I think I'm going to also aim at the one nearest to me and shoot at it.
Okay, and same thing. He takes a really big hit. You hit him in the right shoulder, and he's down on one knee, but still kicking. Welcome back. Alright, and this particular gentleman is still wasted, and he's going to take his blaster, aim at you, Gakoresh, and fire. Alright, now, let's see here. What is your reflex defense?
Let me see.
It's better than that.
Yeah, it's considerably better. So
what do I roll? Dexterity or?
Nothing.
Nothing. He just misses you.
Yep.
His attack roll has to. It has to beat it, right? Not meet it.
Meet or beat.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Yeah, it's me. Tie goes to the attacker in the system.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah. So that one, he takes his blaster and aims, fires it at you, but due to the fact that he's kind of wasted, the blaster bolt soars way over your head and misses you completely.
Nice try, punk.
Alright, now we've got this one up, and he is going to, again, do the same thing. Take his blaster and aim it at you, Gakoresh.
Do I attack or?
Nope. And again, he misses completely. This one goes kind of by your ear, but misses your flesh completely. That means it's your turn, Walt.
Okay, I laugh and I yell over to and I say, "These fellas can't hit anything, can they, Gak?" And then I look to the. Let's see, one's down, one's been hit, and the other two are standing up.
Correct.
Is that right? Okay. I say, "You better get out of here, you drunks. One of you is already dead, and the rest of you are going to follow shortly." Can I try to intimidate him and get him to run away or something?
Yeah, you can try.
Can I too?
Not yet. It's not your turn.
Yeah, not yet. Not quite your
Alright.
turn.
Yeah, alright.
Do I roll persuasion or what?
Yeah, that should be persuasion. For intimidation, yeah.
Yeah, are you trained in persuasion? Because I think you're only allowed to do the intimidate if you're trained.
Yeah, I am.
Alright, now which one were you intimidating?
Oh, do I have to
Yep.
pick a target?
Yes. Yes.
I guess the one that's been hit, the one nearest to Gakken. You guys, can you all pronounce your names so I know what to call you?
Gakorash.
Koyayuna.
Derek.
Gakorash, Koyayuna, and Dark?
Derek.
Dirk.
Derek.
Okay. Yeah, the one to the south, the southerlymost one,
Okay.
since he's been hit.
Yeah, he's been hit. He's going to sit there and think about that while I shut my phone off. Okay. He's going to think about it and kind of just figuring out what to do, and it looks like he will turn and run away.
Okay, what kind of action was that?
Should be intimidation. Should be a standard action, I think.
Okay. I don't know where to look for that in the rules.
Yeah, the map did go black. I didn't do anything.
I can still see it.
Okay, so that's a standard action.
Yes.
Okay, so you guys, that means I can't fire my weapon this turn because that it requires a standard action to attack. So I'm gonna just move up, and I'm gonna act like I was saying that as I was kind of sauntering forward nonchalantly. And I can't move my token. Oh wait, there we go. I can't move there. I can move here. Is this thing a solid object? This like thing that I was behind?
Yes, it was.
Okay, I'm gonna move there. I'm gonna go around it. And that's my turn.
Alright. Well, I believe the dynamic lighting decided to do something, I think. Or I may have accidentally added something.
This looks fine to me. Nothing changed.
You can't see Barry?
I can see, but Barry Cam cannot, and
That's probably because Barry Cam doesn't have a token.
Yeah, I
that's
can't see it
possible.
either. It went black for me too.
It's a little black for me, just a little.
Okay. That's alright. Gakorash, it's your turn.
Alright, am I allowed to attack them, or what should I do? Should I, am I allowed to threaten them as well?
You are allowed to threaten, attack, or move. And move as well. You can move. The one to your immediate left is injured and looks like he's turning tail. And then the two in front of you still look like they're in an aggressive posture.
Alright, I think I know what I'm gonna do. Can I go aggressive and fight? Like, kind of frighten them and try to charge at them?
Well, remember, like I did last turn, I intimidated that guy and I got him to run, and that used my standard action, so I wasn't able to attack.
Alrighty, I'll start with, I guess persuasion.
Okay, so you won't be able to attack this round then.
Correct.
Oh. Alright. I don't know what I should do, if I should just yell at them or roar. I'll probably just yell at them.
Okay, so you do want to do persuasion and not attack anybody.
Alrighty. There we go.
Is that right?
Yes. And the next round, if I get the chance to, which I kind of doubt it, they seem pretty stupid to me, so I don't think I'll need to attack. I think this is probably what he'd do. Oh, brother. Back off, punks! Make you back off.
Alright, and for that, since it was a natural 1, unfortunately, your persuasion attempt does not, or your intimidation attempt does not work. He just kind of looks at you, kind of blurry-eyed, over his bottle, and just kind of doesn't phase him at all.
Who does? Which thug were you directing that intimidation attempt at?
Hold on, let's see.
You have one straight in front of you, and then you have one. Okay.
Did you guys see that?
Yes.
Okay.
Alright, in that case, it's the last thug's turn. He's going to take aim, and again, at Gakurash. You seem to be the center of attention right now. They do not like you for some reason.
Typical, as usual. Big
Yeah,
blue bloke.
big blue bloke. You may have inadvertently insulted their mother by stepping on the crack or something, but
Wow.
does that hit?
Look at your reflex and score on your character sheet.
Yep, reflex defense.
It's kind of in the middle, underneath your attributes. It probably doesn't. Mine is 16. Do you see where that's at, gamer?
Oh, do I have to roll something?
No.
No, you need to open your character sheet and look at your reflex defense and see if it's higher or lower or equal to that attack roll that the enemy just shot at you with.
Yep. For all ranged
Okay.
attacks, it's going to be reflex defense, and from what I can see, go ahead and it's under defenses, underneath all your stats, but above
Yep,
your
I'm seeing
attacks.
it.
Okay.
I only got reflex, which is 14.
Yeah. So this time it does hit you, so you will take 7 damage. The blaster bolt hits you in the left bicep, just kind of, and stings a lot.
You got paid for that, punk!
Nice. On your character sheet, go up to where it says hit points. There's 2 boxes. There's current and total, and subtract 7 from the current.
Yep, trying that now.
Yes. You can do that, or you can select your token, and over the red circle, you can just put click on the red circle and put -7. There you go.
I did it. There we go.
Okay.
Depends which method's easier for you.
Yeah, it does.
They both do the same thing.
Yep. Same way to butter toast, just depends on which knife you want to use. The silver one or the silver one. Alright. Dark, it is now your turn. Statistic, what you gonna do? One of them managed to hit your friend. One is looking pretty weak and ragged, but looks like he's going to be turning and fleeing soon. And another one is still drunk and hazy as ever, but still looking for a fight.
Which one hit him?
The one that hit your friend is going to be that one.
Okay, well, I will move towards him to get a clearer shot.
Okay. You can move 6 spaces.
And then I will aim my blaster at him and I will shoot him.
Alright.
Didn't I?
Ouch! I didn't see the damage roll on that one either. You
Nice
step,
shooting.
you step up and level your blaster carbine just perfectly, and for some reason the dude ends up swinging his head just right, and you hit him right between the eyes, and he falls over.
Beautiful. Thanks.
Not 100% sure, Barry, but I think you killed the wrong one.
Oh yeah, I did. Okay. Alright. And that means it's now your turn, Koya. There's still one belligerent drunk and one who seems to be running away. Okay, Lappy, do you want to fire before you go, or do you want to... Alright. In that case, I will move her down here, and if she gets back before they get... before and whatnot, we'll have her turn. If not, that's okay. Alright. That person, the thug up top is going to take his blaster and aim again at Gakorash. Sorry, dude, but you seem to have made everybody mad.
He's just minding his own business, walking across the street. What did he do?
They seem to think you insulted their mother, so... And his attack roll was 18. Does that hit you? You take 13 points of damage. This one hits you in the left knee and just stings to high heavens.
Now he's glaring at him with just a look of bloodthirsty fury. It's like, what'd you do that for?
And the next turn up be the thug. He is going to go ahead and wander off.
Am I taking 13 damage or 18?
13 damage.
Wait, how much did I have the last time? Was it 27? I can't remember. I think it was 27.
Yeah, you have 27 currently. You take 13 off of that.
Oof. Yike.
Alright. In that case, it is now your turn. Walt, go ahead. What shall you do?
Okay, I want to remind all of you guys, usually conversation, talking back and forth is usually a free action, so if you want to like say something for role-playing purposes out of turn, that's acceptable, you can do that.
Okay.
So just keep that in mind. As long as it's like a quick comment or something.
It'll take me a little bit to get used to it.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I've noticed that Gak has been hit twice now, right?
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna shout to him. Gak, are you doing all right? Get your head down and grab some cover if you can find it. And then I turn to the last guy, and I say to him, "You had your chance, punk. Too late now." And then I fire at him. And where's my? There it is.
I attempt to run away.
Not yet, Gak.
Oh, okay. Sorry. Are you able to reset that?
Yeah.
Ah, there we go.
And with that, you aim for him. You aim for center mass, hit him right in the chest, and he crumples forward. Just lands right on the ground with a thud.
That was a hit?
Yeah.
Okay, I didn't expect that.
Wow.
Alright, Gakarash, you're up. There's one left, and he's limping off.
Alright, that does it. He's had his chance. He's not usually a fighter, but okay, big boy, you've gone too far. Alright, am I allowed to have a certain weapon that I had discussed earlier yet?
The sword?
Yeah, actually that was caught in the past. So he would be still carrying it. It's like sheathed on his back.
Okay, if it's sheathed on his back, you can decide to draw it out and then move, or to run up and use your unarmed attacks. It's up to you.
Actually, he's 9 spaces away from that guy. He can't attack this round.
Yeah.
Not with a melee weapon.
Yeah, for melee, you have to be standing right next to him.
Ah, nuts. So I just do nothing.
Well, if you want to chase that guy down, what you can do is you can use a move action and a standard action both as move actions, and you can move essentially double your speed, so 12 spaces. And
How do I do that?
You just click on your token and use the arrow keys to move.
Yeah, just go 12 spaces.
I
Like-
don't see any here. Okay. Oh, okay.
On your keyboard.
Yeah, something like that.
Okay, that's not the guy that's running away. The guy that's running away is down in the southwest portion. There you go.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't see this. Hold on, I gotta scroll through.
Yeah, and like I said, he's limping away. He's not feeling good. But he did attack and whatnot. He pretty much thought.
Alright, am I good now? Can I attack?
No,
Not attack.
You used your standard action, which is used for attacks, to move an additional 3 spaces.
So
Your-
what
so
would
your
I be
movement-
doing? Trying to get after him?
Basically, you use this turn to sort of pursue him, to chase after him, to get within reach of him with your sword.
Alright. And I assume he's probably ran in some alley and I couldn't catch up with him.
Right now, he's still right in front of you, but it's a situation of you dash forward and he's kind of meandering away. He's still fairly well drunk and is kind of taking his time walking away, because if he runs, the world starts spinning and all that, so he doesn't want to do that.
Yeah.
Even though we're taking turns here, it helps to kind of not think about it in terms of that. Think about it in terms of he's trying to limp away and you're chasing after him.
I'm trying to comprehend what's going on here, that's all. It helps me just trying to get a visual idea of what's going on.
Alright, and since Blappy is back, I'm going to go ahead and reinstate her turn. Go ahead. What are you going to do? You get to act before he runs off again.
How many spaces can I move?
6 spaces for a movement action, and if you use a standard action, you can move 6 more, but you won't be able to do anything else besides talk.
You have a blaster, right? You have a ranged weapon, is that correct?
Yes.
Okay. So you could move closer and attack him, or you could just attack him from right there.
Yes.
Although you should realize that if you attack from there, you'll be shooting through the square that that GAC occupies, which implies adds a negative modifier to your attack roll.
Yeah, it's called shooting into melee, and let me double check your sheet. If you have a particular feat or talent, you don't have to worry about it, the negative, but you don't have that feat, so you would get a -5, I believe is what it is, on your attack roll.
Oh, okay.
And if you roll a 1, I promise you, Barry will make you shoot GAC in the back.
Yeah, he's already dying right now. For some strange reason, I don't know why he would be so greatly injured by a shot in the arm and the knee. Well, the knee, I guess, because it hinders his movement. But yeah. This bicep, I don't understand. I don't exactly think that would be deathly, unless of course he's dying from bleeding or whatever.
Blaster wounds can take a lot out of you. That's what you're going with. Is that your life bar is not necessarily a measure of your life essence, so to say. It's a measure of how long it takes for you to go unconscious. And then if everybody goes unconscious, basically it's a TKO, and everybody dies.
Wow.
Yeah, I mean, we're heroes, GAC, but you have to remember that your character is mortal, and regardless of where it hits you, blaster wounds are nothing to sneeze at. They hurt.
Yeah,
yes.
I know that. Yeah, and he's had enough pain in his life. You see that big, huge scar across his chest.
So, Blappy, what do you want to do?
So I'm going to move 6 spaces, and I'm going to try to persuade the bad guy to run away, saying, "Look at your friends, they're already gone. What are you going to do?"
Now, I will remind you that this is the one that, this is the particular NPC that Walt had intimidated earlier, and that's why he's meandering away from the group, and he's had enough of y'all anyway, so he's already been intimidating. You don't have to do it again if you want, but it's up to you.
Then I guess instead of that, what I would do is try to convince Gakurash to let him go away because he's not posing any threat.
Nice.
There you go. And for that, all you have to do is roleplay out what you say.
So I'm going to run forward anyway, trying to stop him.
Okay. You can move 6 spaces for 1 move action, and then if you use your standard action, you can move another, and then you get a free action for talking if you so desire, and you also have a swift action which could be used to convince and whatnot.
Okay. I guess I'm going to go a little further. Can I just go... Sorry. Can I just go like 3 more spaces? Instead of 6?
Yeah, you don't have to use the whole 6 spaces when you move. You can use part of it if you want to.
Alright. So I run forward and I try to grab Gakurash's arm and say, "No, don't! He's already running away. There's nothing good that can come of this."
His arm kind of jerks a little bit. He's been used to, whenever someone's, tried to attack him, he's been used to just seeing all of his people, whoever attacked them just would demolish them. He's used to this kind of thing, so he turns to you, you see he kind of has a bit of a quizzical look on his face, but he kind of finally gives in a bit grudgingly.
Alright.
Yeah.
You can't do anything yet, Gakurash, but since it's not quite your turn, the drunk it's his turn next, and he is just going to wander off. And probably go here. So, now, since he left a threatened square, if you choose, you can still open with an attack of opportunity, because you were threatened, you were right next to him. Since you're using unarmed. If you wish to go ahead and finish him off, you can, but Blappy has also made a compelling argument. What do you wish to do?
He suddenly he thinks, I've got this perfect opportunity. He's still in my grasp. I can still slaughter him. But then he starts feeling a little something in his heart. It's that feeling. But what is that feeling? I want to attack him, but I feel like I shouldn't. Just something like that. And, yeah, he's kind of thinking it over. He finally just drops in, just turns back to Koyai, and I assume they're heading back to the group.
Well, yeah, as far as I can tell, you guys are going to be turning around to head back towards the group.
Yeah, he basically just drops in, just follows her.
Okay. Now, last thing to do is give Derek and Walt their chances to figure out what they're going to do with this guy. Derek, you're up first. Do you want to pursue?
No, I decide he's already had enough and has learned his lesson, so I leave him alone.
All right. Walt, same question to you.
Yeah, I yell after the guy. Yeah, tell your friends! And then I holster my blaster and I look around for any more threats.
Good
There
one.
you go. Alright. And with that, combat has ended. You guys have successfully survived.
Yay!
Oh, no.
Good job, you guys.
Nicely done, nicely done. Now, since we're in a position where medical treatment could be useful here, anybody have any med packs for Gakurash? And you also can use, I believe it's Second Wind, to basically refill your health points.
What is that? There's 3 swift actions or just a full round action? Either or?
Yes.
Okay, Gakurash has been hit a couple times. Does anybody have any medical training? I don't.
I do not.
I'm checking. Nope.
I have +2 to treat injury.
I kind of sit down. I'm kind of rubbing my arm and knee a little bit, kind of wincing in pain every once in a while. I look kind of winded.
Okay, do you want to try to do a second wind and recover some of your hit points, or do you want a couple of us to try to treat your wounds? Well, we can't do anything because we don't have any med packs, do we? There's nothing we can do. Like
Do you have money?
I'm asking Barry. Can we try to treat injury without that, or?
You need med packs, I believe. You
Okay.
can do some basic stuff. The other option is maybe finding a place to heal him up. I'm looking up rules for right now.
How are you feeling, Gak?
painful. I think I'll be okay.
I haven't seen a lot of blaster wounds in my life. This one doesn't look life-threatening, but you probably can't just walk it off either. I think we should get you some medical treatment.
Oh. You're telling me.
Sorry that I missed the first time.
No worries.